Smart Culture, Mathematics.
Let's take a look at question 3 of the 2017 November Department of Education paper. Consider the linear sequence 5, 8, 11, B, 17. 3.1.1. Write down the value of B. Now, how can we go about solving this problem? So, as you can see, the sequence increases by a common difference of 3. So, to find B, we simply add 3 to the previous term, which is 11. So, B will be equal to 11 plus 3, which is equal to 14. So here you will get 2 marks for correctly determining the value of B, which is equal to 14. Let's move on to 3.1.2. Determine the nth term of the sequence. So the sequence is linear. And there are various ways that you can go about answering this question. So the first method that you can use is using the formula Tn equals A plus n minus 1 times D, where A represents the first term and D represents the common difference, which we already calculated as 3. So what happens now is we substitute the value of A and the value of D into this formula. So then we have 5 plus n minus 1 times 3. Now we expand the brackets. So we have 5 plus 3n minus 3. 5 minus 3 equals positive 2. So the general term is equal to 3n plus 2. Alternatively, you can use the formula Tn equals dm plus c, where Tn is the general term, d is the constant difference, and n is the number of the term. So we've already determined the value of d. To find c, you take T1 and you subtract the constant difference. So T1 in this case is 5. The first term is 5. And then we subtract 3, which gives us 2. So C is equal to 2. So here you will get 1 mark for the correct form, 3n, and you will get 1 mark for correctly determining the value of C. Moving on to question 3.1.3. Calculate the value of the 15th term of the sequence. Now, how can we go about answering this question? So, we are asked to calculate the 15th term of the sequence using the general term formula. Tn equals 3n plus 2. So what we'll do is we'll substitute n equals 15 into the formula. Then we have 3 times 15 plus 2. Now 3 times 15 equals 45. 45 plus 2 equals 47. So you will get 1 mark for the correct substitution and 1 mark for the correct answer, 47. Moving on to question 3.1.4. Which term in the sequence is equal to 83? So we need to find which term in the sequence equals 83. So what we'll do is we'll set Tn equal to 83 and solve for n. So we can say that 3n plus 2 equals 83. Then we take the 2 over to the other side. It becomes a negative. 83 minus 2 equals 81. Now we want to isolate for n, so we divide by 3. Whatever we do on the one side, we have to do on the other side as well. 81 divided by 3 equals 27. So n is equal to 27. So that means the 27th term is equal to 83. You will get 1 mark for setting Tn equal to 83 and you will get 1 mark for correctly solving n equals 27. We are still busy with the November 2017 Department of Education past paper. Let's take a look at question 3.2. Consider the number pattern below created by using the numbers of the sequence 2, 16, 14, 18. Let's take a look at 3.2.1. Calculate the sum of the numbers in the 8th row. So how can we go about answering this question? So we are asked to calculate the sum of the numbers in the 8th row of the number pattern, which follows a specific sequence. So here are the first 4 rows. If you add the numbers in each row, you will notice a pattern in the sums. Sum of row 1 is equal to 2, the sum of row 2 values is equal to 16, the sum of row 3 values is equal to 54, and the sum of row 4 values is equal to 128. So let's write down all these values. Let's make a new number pattern. So we have 2, 16, 54, 128. So you will see that the sums of the rows follow a specific formula. Can you see it? Let me show you. So let's start with 2. 2 is the first value, so n is equal to 1 in this case. 2 times 1 cubed is equal to 2. Now, what about 16? This is the second value. 2 times 2 cubed is equal to 16. What about the third value? 2 times 3 cubed is equal to 54. What about the fourth value? 2 times 4 cubed is equal to 128. So the sum of the nth row is given by 2n cubed. So the formula means that for any row n, you take n cubed and multiply it by 2. So what we'll do next is we'll apply this formula to the 8th row. So we need to find the sum of the 8th row. So what we do is we substitute n equals 8 into the formula. Now the cube of 8 is equal to 512. 512 times 2 equals 1024. So the sum of the numbers in the 8th row is 1024. Now let's take a look at the mark allocation. You will get 1 mark for determining the general term 2n cubed. You will get 1 mark for the correct substitution, and you will get 1 mark for the correct answer, 1024. Let's take a look at question 3.2.2. Determine the mean of the numbers in the 20th row. Now remember, to calculate the mean, we take the sum of all the values and then we divide it by the number of values. So let's determine the sum of the 20th row values. So we substitute n equals 20 into the formula, so it's 2 times 20 to the power of 3, and this equals 16,000, and we have 20 values, so we divide by 20. 16,000 divided by 20 equals 800. So you will get 1 mark for the correct calculation of the sum, which is 16,000, and then you will get 1 mark for the correct mean, which is 800.
And that's a wrap on today's fascinating journey through the world of knowledge. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our ever-growing community of curious minds. We can't wait to embark on new educational adventures together.